Hello everyone, my name is Letty and I am the Library Director in Training for the Dora Library. Today I want to do a book haul and share with you some of the new titles that we just received. However, I'm not going to go too much into what their books are about because I know that some of these books are very popular. Some of them are very spooky and not scary, but they kind of go with the season that we're about to enter. Today it's a really drizzly, rainy day, so I thought it'd be the perfect atmosphere to kind of share all these books. If you want more information about them, make sure you like the Facebook page and come back because every day I will be uploading a new introduction to each one of these new books, new releases that we have already available. The first one I have right here is one that I saw the cover of this book and I'm like, I want to go explore this world. And this book is A Door in the Dark. It's by Scott Rankton. I can't say that I've read any books from this author before, but the world where it's taking place, you'll see when I do the introduction to this book. It's pretty amazing. The next one is Spirit Hunters, and this is The Island of Monsters, and it's by Ellen O. This is quite an interesting story. The next book I have here is The Wretched Park, and this one is the introduction to a new series. I'm kind of into this world that she develops in this book, and this is by Kirsten White. There's a lot of review about this book if you want to read on Goodreads, but I still share with you a little bit of why I think it's such an amazing kind of fall themed book, even though it takes place in the summer. I don't know what a book haul would be for the fall without some R.L. Stine. This is one of those classics, and we're gonna have part 1 and part 2, and they're called Stine Tinglers. And we have book number 1, which is this one right here, and then we also have number 2. These are all new stories by the master of scary tales. So definitely something I would read. The next one is The Lost Library, and this is such a cute book and such a cute world that I cannot wait to talk about it a little bit more. But it's basically about the library that shows up in the middle of a town out of nowhere, and there's a few characters that are very, very interesting and a mystery. Again, definitely something that I'll talk about a little bit more later on. So the next one is The Skull. It's beautiful. Now, it is illustrated and it's kind of a younger read, but it's about an old story and a girl by the name of Attila who runs away. It's also about a house in the woods and a skull who lives there. So it's kind of a younger read, but definitely something that, even though it's for younger kids, I totally read. Okay, so if you are into new releases, you probably heard about this book, and this is one that I'm really excited about, and this is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. This, I think it's considered YA, and it's by Kaylin Bayron, I think that's how you say her last name, and this is a New York Times best-selling author of Cinderella is Dead. So if you read that one, you may be familiar with her writing. And basically this is a story about a camp and a game that is taking place at this camp. Okay, so can I say that this is another book that I've been looking forward reading, even though I think it's also YA, and it's called What Lives in the Woods. And it's about this family that goes into this old mansion. I'll give you details about it because it's a little bit more complicated than that, and they're supposed to restore it. It's in the woods, and a lot of creepy stuff is starting to happen here. Okay, the next one in this kind of fall themed series of books, spooky books, is a graphic novel, and this is called Scurry by Max Smith. I have to admit that this is one of those graphic novels that it's not only beautiful to look at, but I'm kind of into the story as well. Okay, so this other part of the haul is with other... Oh, there's one more. Let me share this one in the spooky books, even though it kind of fits and it kind of doesn't. This is The Secret of Glendunny, The Haunting. Now, look at this book cover and how beautiful it is. This is by Catherine Lasky, and she is very... her write style is very similar to Erin Hunter, which is a very popular author among younger kids, juniors, I should say. So we are really happy to start this series. Now, at our library, we love animals, okay? We do. I can't agree more with that statement. And so I'm going to share with you a few of the animal books. Oh, there are quite a few of the animal books that we have available. This is The One and Only Bob, and this is by Catherine Applegate. This is a beautiful book. It does have a few illustrations inside in it. And then we also got, I think this is number 2, in the series, it's also by Catherine Applegate, and this is the one and only Ruby, which again is the cutest animal story that I think that if you read to your kids, older kids, nighttime stories, I think you would love these 2 books. So the next one is a series, and we have a few books. We ordered a few books from this series, and it's by Erin Hunter. Erin Hunter is not a person, it's a combination of people that write these books, but I think that the different perspective helped the kids get into this very interesting animal related books. And this is Bamboo Kingdom, Creatures of the Flood. Now this is also a bigger book because of how many pages it has. This has 235 pages or so, but again, it's a younger read, so it's bigger printing and easier to read. Then we also have another Bamboo Kingdom, and this is The Journey to the Dragon Mountain, and it's beautiful. It kind of tells you a story from the cover of this book, which I love. We also got Bamboo Kingdom, and this is River of Secrets. And this is, again, they all have little themes. This is Follow the Truth. This other one is Fate Can't Be Stopped. And A New Dawn Rises. So they all have little cute themes. Now, we also got this one, which is Thunder on the Plains, and this is by also Erin Hunter. And it's Bravelands, The Shatterhorn, which I think this is a new one, and I'll share with you the details about this one. It's a really cool book, and I think a lot of kids in the age range between 8 and 15, I think are really gonna love the stories. And if you have a reader at home that enjoys Erin Hunter and all this series, amazing series that they have, then you probably want to pick this one up. It's a really cute story. Now, keeping on the same theme of animals, we're gonna do a couple of the Wild Survival series. This is Swimming with Sharks. This is a Scholastic book and is by Melissa Christina Marquez. So it's a really cool story that I'm sure a lot of boys would really enjoy, and girls too. Then the next one that we have, actually this is number 2 in the series, and this is number 1. This is Wild Survival, Crocodile Rescue. Again, it's also by Melissa Christina Marquez. Now, on the other side, the side of magic, we have 2 new books by Andrew Peterson, and they are The Wingfeather Saga. This is The Monster in the Hollows, and it's also a junior book. And this is number 3 in the series. And we got number 4, which is The Warden and the Wolf King. This is how it looks like. I just think it's a beautiful cover, and it's from a series. I'm not too familiar with the series, but I'm gonna look into it and share with you a little bit more about it. Okay, now we also have this one book we had in the kids program. We were giving away books, and we gave number 2 and number 3, and we added to our collection, but for whatever reason we were missing number 1. And this is Must Love Pets, Friends Forever, and it's by Sadia Farki. This is another Scholastic book, and it follows a story that the kids are really into, so we wanted to give them number 1, which for whatever reason we didn't have. Number 1 here is Gina and the Big Secret, and this I'm gonna show you. It's beautifully illustrated. You can see it right there, very colorful, and a lot of kids really enjoy this series. So this is an action-packed page turner with heart. That's how it's been described. And this is Gina and the Last City on Earth. So this is another really cute one. And again, kind of the same illustrations as you can see right there. Very, very cool. Now, the next book is a detective club. It's Minerva Keen's Detective Club. And this is by James Patterson. And this is a really kind of detective mystery story that I thought it'd be perfect for this time of the year. So if you enjoy James Patterson's kids book, then you probably will like this story that involves mystery. The last 2 books, I kind of feel bad that I left them for the end. Hopefully you're still with me. Let me know in the comments if you're still with me. But one of them is called Alone, and this is by Megan E. Freeman. Now, this book, I'm going to talk more about it because I'm into this book, but it follows the story of this girl that she's in Colorado. She goes to sleep one night. There's more to the story, but she wakes up and everyone's gone. Nobody is around. No neighbors, no parents, no nothing. They've been evacuated, and for whatever reason, she was left behind. And her only companion is her neighbor's dog, which is a Rottweiler that you can see right there. And then I have Wish. This is another super cute story. I'm going to read the back. It says, I knew what it felt like to be astray, not having a home where somebody wanted you. And he was a fighter, like me. That dog and I had a lot in common. I was suddenly overwhelmed with love for that skinny dog. I made a solemn vow and promised to myself right then and there that dog was going to be mine. It is the cutest little story, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Maybe even if you don't read this kind of younger books. So that is it. That is today's haul. Many, many books, lots of things that I want to share with you. We still have a lot in the bag that we still are cataloging and covering books and doing all the things to hit the shelves. But I still want to share with you the books before we put them on the shelves, because I know that these are some of the more popular books right now, and I'm sure you want to read them. So if you thought we didn't have them, which we didn't, you were right, but now we do. So make sure that you log in with your library card information and put a hold on the books that you think you may enjoy. But if you're still not sold on some of these books, don't worry, because as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing little introductions and share with you a little bit more about each one of these books, so you can decide if that's something that you're interested in reading.